So as of late, I haven't been doing a lot of sexual-based content because my focus as a mentor, coach, educator is leaning more into the quantum world, into manifesting and into relationships empowerment, the de-armoring process that we need to go through to be able to really access our full potential as human beings. So I don't talk a lot about high potency sexual content anymore. Although my past was very highly focused, focusing in on sex and relationship, on the tantric practices around sex and everything. In today's coaching world, that's not where I'm at. With that said, I have definitely fell into this topic today and wanted to bring it to everybody because it is something that I have noticed over the course of the last 25 years of my life or more, since sex became a part of my life at the age of 16. I have had a noticing that good sex does something for us more than just the orgasm, the good feel that we get from the actual sexual act. Right? So as I've matured and aged and had kids and been through multiple relationships and gone through all this different stuff, what I've come to realize is that sex, those good hormones that drop down, not in the sexing, but in the orgasm, in the bonding of that orgasm, the chemicals that we release, all the dopamine, the serotonin, the oxytocin, those feel-good chemicals, those connective chemicals, what they also do is they reduce our cortisol levels. And what does cortisol do? Well, cortisol is all about stress. It is what packs the weight on us, okay? And here's where I'm going with it. Some relationships really weigh us down. Literally, physically, we pack on unhealthy levels of weight in our life, which causes more stress on our bodies, more mental stress, more emotional stress. It causes body image issues. It causes issues within the relationship because now we're feeling insecure in our relationships. Now we're not being able to surrender to truly be revealed in a relationship. It's causing all these different issues. And the link is that we're not really having an orgasmic connection with our partner. I make joke often that in my couples coaching that I probably should come with the tagline of that I'm probably going to teach you over the course of the next 6 to 12 months that you're with the wrong person. Maybe I should become a divorce specialist coach because it seems that I'm really good at teaching people how they're not meant to be together. And that might sound horrible. Like, I should be focused on building love, building connection, teaching people how they can have a phenomenal sex life, how they can have a phenomenal love-based connection, how they can build that intimacy, how a woman can surrender to her husband in every way, how they can build trust, how they can overcome everything and become rock solid in that relationship. Well, I'm a little bit more of a realist than that. Just a smidgen more of a realist than that. And what I can tell you is that from my opinion here, that I would say 85% of couples out there, in whatever fashion that couplehood is, don't belong together for the long term. And they are in an educational-based relationship. They are gaining understanding about themselves if they allow themselves to do that. They are gaining understanding about connection, about communication, about love, about what they want. They are getting that contrast that they need so that they can call in the right relationship that they really truly are worthy of. Once they become worthy of it, right? Because we have to become the individual that matches the relationship that we want in order to have it. Well, sex is a big part of that. And what I see over and over again, by the time couples get to me and they sit down on my couch in my office and they go, "Hey, Kendal, this is what's going on." Typically, they're pointing fingers at each other and they're saying, "Fix her, fix him, fix her, fix him," right? And they're looking at the other as though the other has the problem. They're not realizing that it's always a two-way street. And the other thing that they're not realizing is that the solution is not to have more sex. The solution is not to go from a monogamous relationship to a swinging relationship or an open relationship. The solution is not to try to go from not being able to connect, not being able to communicate, not really truly being able to surrender to trust, and then just jump into a situation where those things, if they're not there, if they're not the foundation, then the relationship will blow up. So typically, when a couple gets to me, they have to both really want to fix the relationship. They both have to be willing to take their responsibility in it. And there has to be something more than just, we have kids, we have a house, we've built a business, we've been together for this time frame. It has to be something more. It's not about how long they've been together or what they've built in their physical world. It's about how open and how connected, truly connected, they are at their heart center. Do they have that soul-based connection? Because the soul-based connection can make it through anything. But just the physicals, just the logical reason for having a relationship, well, that's a relationship that is not built on solid ground. It is built on the desire just to maintain and keep everything stable and hush-hush. Well, here's the problem with that, is that in those relationships, when the sex is occurring, when the sex is happening, it's typically one person or the other giving of themselves and not receiving. They're not fully able to get out of their head and into their body, which is called embodiment. We have to be able to embody ourselves, to release the outside world, and to really feel into our heart space and connect from here in order to have that good, deep, gourmet sex that feeds us, that fulfills us, that reduces the cortisol levels, that drops down the oxytocin, the dopamine, the serotonin, so we are sleeping better, so we don't have the munchies, so we're not craving fulfillment, because we are fulfilled. Because the way we get fulfilled is to access our heart space and to connect at that level with our partner. Okay? But what do we live in? We live in a world where we're armored up. And that's what we deal with, is that we sit in our space with our significant other, with our lover, with our life mate, our partner, our husband, our wife, our boyfriend, our girlfriend, the person that we call them our soulmates, our twin flames, or anything else. They're our best friend. They're we've known them forever. We trust them so much. The sex is wonderful. I hear this all the time. And I look at the people, and what it comes down to is, oh, well, I'm not feeling fulfilled in life. I think that if I just had more sex, I would be more fulfilled. If you run through the fast food line of McDonald's 10 times in one day, are you any more fulfilled? Or are you now feeling weighty, gross, nasty, just bogged down by all the toxins? Yet we believe that if we feed ourselves a toxin-based sexual relationship with our partner, that's going to fix something, that's going to lead to fulfillment. Or if we access what we are lacking in that relationship, that we can access it in quick, easy supplements of other people outside the relationship. Well, we're never going to gain fulfillment. We're never going to drop the stress of life and be able to truly tap into ourselves, to drop the weight of the physical body, of the emotional body, of the energetic body, if we're not willing to lay our armor down from our heart center. If we're not willing to really, truly receive our partner and be received by our partner, which is a full reveal. As my teacher from eons ago always said, naked in every way. It's not just the physical nakedness that we're talking about. We're talking about being naked from an emotional, mental, energetic level as well, to fully surrender. Well, when we surrender, that means that there's no armor. That means that we've laid down the swords. That means that we are walking onto that field, into that bedroom, laying down next to our partner, with or without the sex. But we are laying there, fully surrendered, wanting to feel ourselves so that we can better feel our partner, wanting to let go of the outside world and everything that is there, and resting in the energy, the connection with our partner. Over and over again, I hear about beautiful relationships and how they are the best of friends and how they're so connected and they've been together and everything rises and sets on their partner. The moon, the stars, the sun, it's glorious. But yet they're sitting there in front of me, troubled, bogged down, empty. Well, the moon's not rising and setting. There are no stars, and the sun is covered with some nasty clouds. Because if you're not feeling fulfilled in life, if you're not feeling fulfilled in that relationship, and if you think that just straight up friction-based fast food sex is the solution, then you're a long shot off course. It is not the path. The path is to come back into your heart center. The path is to learn how to communicate. The path is to learn how to de-armor and how to connect with your partner in a very real and raw fashion. And if you're not willing to do that, if you have no desire to do that, to drop those guards, those shields, if there's anxiety that comes up at the thought of that, then I question if that's really the right person for you. And yeah, maybe that's harsh. Like I said, maybe I should be called the divorce specialist coach. Come to me, I'll show you that you're not with the right person and that you probably should separate. But wouldn't you rather be with the right person where you can live a purposeful life, a turned on life, have that beautiful, deep, soul-based connection? Know that you're rock solid in that relationship. Have that joy, have that desire and be desired. Not have to walk around bearing all the weight of the armor in every single space and moment of your life. Our primary relationships, our most significant relationships, the person that we come home to is the person that we're supposed to lay down the armor with. That is the person that is supposed to be able to hold the most space for us, that we're supposed to be able to reveal ourselves fully to, and we're supposed to desire that, because that is where two become one. That is what the true union is about. And if you're not willing to lay it down, or you don't know how, then you need to analyze, is this really truly the one? Because maybe, possibly, it isn't. Or maybe, possibly, you've got so many roadblocks, so much armor up, that you can't even see who that person is because you don't see yourself. You don't feel the love inside, and therefore you cannot receive or be received. All of this comes, of course, from my personal life, my personal, saga of love, relationship, sex, orgasm, body image. And I was sitting here this morning and putting together proposals and everything for a couple new clients. And I was thinking about different stuff. And then I've been talking a lot about body image. And I'm just like, I'm just in love with my body. Over the last 4 or 5 months, I've lost weight. I've toned up. I haven't really even done anything for it, except for really lean the fuck in on my relationship, on the most intimate space of my life. And for the first time in my life, I feel like I can put my armor down. And with that laying down of the armor, with that full reveal, And as we have discussions and communication and we enjoy this bonding experience that we're having, and it grows deeper and deeper. And with my amazement of that, I also stand in front of the mirror every single morning going, wow, check this out. Check this out. It's like I'm on the best fitness diet plan on the planet. And all I have to do is lean into me, lean into love, and be willing to receive him and to let myself be received by him. And it's the most beautiful, spectacular experience. And since I'm going through it, why not share it with the world? Why not share it with my beautiful followers, with my clients, with my friends, with my family? Because what I have seen is this very story repeat itself in the people that I have worked with over the course of the last 20 years. And I've seen people transform their physical bodies, their emotional bodies, their financial houses, their whole world, transform it into this beautiful, dynamic life where they're thriving, where they are glowing and growing and connecting and living that authentic fuck yes life. I believe that you can have that too. I believe that it's meant there for all of us. It's just if we're willing to access it or not, if we're willing to access ourselves or not. And we get caught on sex. We get caught on the concept that sex is this physical thing, this release that we need to have, that it is nothing more than this action of two bodies coming together. And if emotion comes into play, I can't go there. It's not safe. I can't go there. It's not safe. But the reality is that you have to be willing to go there if you want the depth, if you want the connection, if you want the full reveal, if you want to touch the big toe of God in your relationship, in your bed, then you've got to be able to access you and your partner. But that's only going to come from taking the physical aspect of sex off the plate and realizing that it is an emotional connection. It is a spiritual bond. And where we mess up is that we sell out to all of our learning lessons. And we don't want them to be learning lessons. We want them to be commitments, long-standing commitments. And they're just there for the training. They're just there to create the contrast that we need so that we better know who we are. And we're supposed to learn how to access our true orgasm, which is the emotional bond. It is the energetic bond. And it is the laying down of the armor. So on that note, know that one of my main focus points over the course of the next year that you are going to be seeing coming out from me is de-armoring around this topic, to learn how to lay down your armor with your significant other, or to learn how to lay down your armor so that you can call in your significant other, that beautiful, ideal soulmate relationship, because that's what you deserve. That's what you want. You want that fulfillment. You want that connection. You want to be desired and you want to desire. Well, you're only going to get that with the soulmate connection. You're only going to get it when you're really able to receive and to be received. And that's not going to happen from the flashes in the pan relationships out there that you're just learning from. So if you're interested, reach out to me. Let me help you with some of the steps that I've helped other people move through so that you can gain access to your core self and live in integrity. Tap into that empowered soul of yours where you can become a match for that ideal soulmate relationship, where you can feel empowered, in love with yourself, and drop all the weightiness of all the armor that you've been carrying around every single day, in every single moment, in all your relationships. As always, I love you guys. Remember, you're worthy of a fuck yes life. You're worthy of love. You're worthy of financial abundance. You're worthy of health, wealth, loving the skin that you're in. You're worthy of it. You've got to claim it though. You've got to take the actions and say, fuck yes to you. So if you are a fuck yes just pop that in the messages and say, fuck yes, I claim my life. Fuck yes, I claim my soulmate. Fuck yes, I want to be empowered. Fuck yes, I am worthy. I want you to claim it today. Put that in the comments section. Praise yourself and claim your life. As always, stop existing, start living. I love you guys, and I will catch you tomorrow with another Conscious Coffee.